Okay, guys, this is what I'm going to do to make a slurry to thicken up my broth. And I did say before I was going to use cornstarch, but I'm not. This is a half a cup of all-purpose flour. And I have some very cold chicken stock. Oh, hang on. Griffin, what's the problem? You got to go outside, bud? All right. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. He's a baby. He's got to go out. Sorry about that. So, half a cup of all-purpose flour. And now I have, this is refrigerated chicken stock that I had. And I'm going to put in a half a cup of that. You need to have it cold. I'm going to put a little more than a half a cup. You need to have it ice cold because my broth that I have on the stove is hot. So adding a cold slurry is the way to roll on this. So now I'm just going to whisk this together to get all the lumps out. And I actually have a lot of broth on the stove, so you have to kind of eyeball it by the amount of liquid that you're thickening. And I have at least 8 cups of chicken broth. I'm making the chicken and biscuits I was talking about. So this is going to be another video that's kind of involved in another video. So this is how I'm thickening my broth. Okay, so I'm going to keep stirring this around, and I'm going to get over to the stove and show you how it goes. Okay, let's do this. Here's my broth I'm going to thicken. I've got it on a really low temperature right now. Let me bring that up a little bit higher. When you are thickening gravies or stews or, something like this, a broth, it needs to be really hot. And like I said, the slurry that you're going to add to it, if this is the direction you decide to go in, has to be very cold. I mean, there's other options for thickening, but this is the way I'm going to do this. Okay, so that's nice and hot. And I've got my slurry right here. And I'm going to add it. I'm going to add all of it right in there because I'm hoping that this is enough. Like I said, this is a lot of broth that I'm thickening. Okay. Let me get all that out of the bowl here. And there's a couple lumps. Let's get those lumps out. Okay. Yeah, I just threw that into the sink. I'm going to get a bigger whisk. Here we go. All right, let's see how this rolls. I hope that's enough. We're going to keep stirring and stirring. What's the matter, bud? I'm sorry, my pup's back here again. Dude, you just came in. We should be good, right? Yeah, you okay? Here, let's say, can you say hi to everybody? Oh, say hi, Griffin O'Grady. This is Griffin O'Grady. He's 12 weeks old. I love him. Okay, let me get back to this. All right, watch out, bub. Okay, good boy. Okay, so let's just let this go for a couple minutes and keep on stirring. I'm going to stir consistently and see how thick it gets. Right back. Okay, guys, I have been stirring consistently for almost 5 minutes. And, it's thickened some. It's not as thick as I would like it to be. I would like it to be thicker. But once it comes to a boil, usually that's as thick as it's going to get. And it has reached a boiling point. I just turned the temperature down a touch. I'm going to add a bit of heavy cream at the end. So this is what I'm going to leave it at, this consistency. I just want to say to you, please don't just throw more flour in a pot like this. It's not the way to roll. I think just go with, and maybe make another slurry if you feel it isn't thick enough, but don't just throw more flour in, okay? So that is how I thicken my broth. Thanks for watching. And I'll be back to show you the rest of my chicken and biscuit recipe.